A warm welcome to Anuradha Vedic Astrology. Today we are going to talk about Mars in the 12th house. As we complete our series of planets in various houses, one after the other, today we move into the Mars which is placed in the 12th house and what kind of results it can show. The 12th house is a house of subconscious mind. It is the house which shows a lot of charity. It is a house that can show losses if you don't give in charities or if you don't believe in gifting. And it also is the house that can take you deeply into spirituality. It is the house which is foreign in its associations. So it also talks about foreign lands. It is also the house where we find hidden dreams, or where people also talk about death related issues from this house, but generally one can also see it from the 8th house. But then this is also the house of old, going away with the old, and then when you move on to the next, that is the Lagna, it is the new beginnings itself. When we talk about Mars, Mars is all about action, courage, passion. It is all about putting in all that you have in that very situation that you are. Mars is also about doing things. So what happens when Mars and the 12th house meet? Before we begin, a big thanks to all of you for writing, sharing, subscribing and liking our videos. If you haven't subscribed to our videos, please do. And do remember to press the bell icon so that you can get the updates ASAP. Don't forget to put in your words, your comments in the comments section. When we talk about Mars in the 12th house, let us look at various aspects of it. First of all, this makes one a spiritual warrior, because Mars is the warrior. So such person will have a lot of intense desire to move towards spirituality. They will go trekking alone in far off places alone, because this is the house of solitude, and Mars is all about the action that it is, and they will enjoy the solitude of places. They will like to discover themselves in many ways. That is the Mars which is putting you on the field of self-discovery while doing actions. They can be good at martial arts, they can be good at other Tai Chi and these kind of arts that makes their inward journey much more easy, much more unique. And if you are not associated with it, take up yoga which is not very dynamic but slow to go with, because that also helps you to connect with your own self. When we talk about Mars in the 12th house, this Mars is also very generous. This is a Mars which is very giving, and this is a Mars that can actually be very show-offish, which in its generosity can be little wild too. So Mars in the 12th, Mars is all about anger also, and the 12th house generally is about things that are hidden. So such a person can have a lot of repressed anger, hidden anger. Again, this could be, depend on sign to sign, planet to planet. If somebody has Mars which is in the 12th house in Mula Nakshatra, the Mars can be extremely fierce. That hidden anger will rupture from time to time as a volcano. And if that Mars is in, say, Chitra Nakshatra in the 12th house, that could be a Mars that could go into a long periods of sulk. So again, I would request you people to see the sign and the nakshatra involved. When we talk about spirituality, the Mars that is present in the sign of Sagittarius will talk about learning things, will talk about the Raj Yoga, or doing service with your own self, understanding your own self, discovering new places. And when we talk about the Mars which is present in the sign of Virgo, which is a earthy sign, which is a practical sign, which is a sign of doing things for others. So these people would be very hospitable towards others, would be giving in selfless services. the Mars then also looks into this. Mars also aspects the third house of your courage. Depending on the placement of Mars in the different signs, a person can be quite courageous, a person can express their courage in a very subtle manner or in a boom, depending on the fire sign, water, air or earth element. And when we talk about this Mars aspecting the 7th house also, because it aspects the 6th house and the 7th house with its own drishti, it is better in the beginning if people work, if the person who is getting married gets married beyond the age of 24, which is nowadays generally people do, but also this Mars, because it creates the Mangal dosha and can make a person very headstrong. So, person needs to pay special attention about how to handle themselves. If this Mangal dosha is present in only one chart, then there can be a lot of problems in the bedrooms, because the 12th house also signifies your bedroom. But if it is there in the chart of both, as per what Gopesh Kumar Oja ji says, and it's very well documented, very well seen across charts, that if this Mars finds its place in the 12th house of both the spouses, in that case life becomes very beautiful and the negatives cancel themselves out. When Mars is placed in the 12th house, people can stay abroad, people can travel abroad. 12th house is the house of travel, and depending upon the ownership of Mars, people can travel abroad, stay abroad, work in international companies or be a part of an international amalgamation. And these people have a lot of dreams. Their dreams can be very vivid and their dreams can be very expressive, because Mars is a planet of expression and the 12th house gives them very strong dreams. So, these people should not, if there is a benefic influence on this Mars, then these people will not feel very hustled up by their dreams, but a malefic influence can create a lot of problems for you. So, just remember that these dreams are here to indicate certain things for you, and if you are capable of understanding, if you are capable of going that way, then you will reach a great point. When we take this example, we see that Mars is placed in the 12th house, and this is a Mars which is the lord of the 2nd and the 7th house. So, it means that the person can have, because it connects the 2 and the 12, so it means that person can have money, can have resources from the 12th house, that from the 12th house, that is, the person can have income from the 12th house from foreign lands. Also, 7th lord indicates your spouse. So, the spouse can also be from foreign lands, and this means that the person could be married to a person staying abroad, can go abroad after marriage, and it so happens that the person left India, went abroad after marriage and has settled there and has done a lot of charitable work. We were talking about spirituality. The person has moved on into a spiritual zone big time and does a lot of charity, does a lot of help to others, because again the sign is Virgo. So, the person is also very creative and is very creative in her endeavors to help others. The person can also be prone to anger, because Mars in the 12th house can give one a lot of anger, but she would have learnt in her spiritual journey how to handle that anger. So, till we meet with you again, stay safe and keep watching. Thank you.
Please hit the bell icon for fresh updates. Don't forget to like, share and comment on the videos, and please subscribe to our channel.